Well, there is one thing in America that many Democrats and Republicans agree on, and that is the fact that the country imprisons unsustainably high numbers of people. Its incarceration rate is far more than anywhere else in the world, and most of the prisoners are serving sentences for drug-related offences. Now, the Obama administration is trying to change that, as Rachel Wright reports.
Charcil Kellum was arrested in 2006. She was a drug user, but got sentenced to life plus 30 years for conspiracy to distribute crack cocaine. She is among hundreds of thousands of non-violent drug offenders serving life in US prisons.
I wish I would have done more because it wouldn't have been so rough. So looking back at that situation now, I think if there were better programs that was offered to her back then, it would have been a lot easier on me and our family.
The US prison population has around 2.2 million inmates, most of them black. It imprisons at 5 times the rate of China, and the majority of those inmates are there because of drugs. But now most politicians agree the country can't afford this policy any longer.
We thought that the penalties were unnecessarily high under the guidelines as they were. In fact, we thought that in many ways that it was detrimental to public safety. Prison costs a lot of money. It's also costly in human terms and in community terms.
So the Obama administration is changing its sentencing guidelines for people with non-violent drug-related offences. Up to 40,000 could be released from November this year. Under the new reforms, tens of thousands of low-level drug offenders are excluded. So the clemency initiative was launched, and those federal prisoners have been sending in their applications to the White House. It's up to President Obama to use his executive powers to set them free. After 17 years, Israel Torres has just been released from a life sentence. You can do anything you want. What's the first thing you want to
Leave my family.
Israel is one of only 43 people who have so far received clemency. To apply, they must be non-violent, low-level offenders without ties to gangs or cartels.
And it restored hope to a whole bunch of people. Everybody started pulling out their paperwork, trying to get all the information that they needed to fill out their clemency papers.
Charcil's family is also helping in her clemency appeal. Without it, she will die behind bars. But she is only one of hundreds of thousands of other prisoners that are living in hope that President Obama will grant them clemency. But he's due to step down next year. Rachel Wright, BBC News.
And you can watch the full documentary, Our World, Pardon Me, Mr. President, this weekend on BBC World News at the times on your screen now. And all those times are in GMT.